So let's start. Hello everyone. Thank you very much for being here today. It's my first time being in Nuremberg and especially in this event, Sensor and Test. My name is Atanas Dikov, Regional Marketing Manager at Melexis, and today I'm going to present our high-resolution position sensors. The agenda, so we will start with our portfolio of position sensors, high-speed magnetic encoder, high-resolution magnetic encoder, and also one more high-resolution magnetic encoder which is going even further in terms of performance, but inductive technology. Before we jump into the presentation, let me present a little bit for Melexis. So Melexis has historically been providing ICs to automotive applications, and we leverage of this experience now to as well provide for non-automotive applications, products for non-automotive applications, or as we call it, beyond automotive. You can see on the top right side over there, so we have four main pillars to focus for the beyond automotive, for the non-automotive. This is the alternative mobility, sustainable world, robotics, and digital health. Melexis already celebrates this year 36 years of innovation and 21 years of our patented technology Triaxis. So this is our magic, in fact. Triaxis is the magic we do inside in our chips to sense in a 3D dimension. We are already more than 2,000 employees, and we have offices everywhere over the world, so we can indeed provide the best performance and best support to our customers. So this strong experience that we have managed already to build and legacy of innovation is based on our core values. And this is what I'm going to share today, our core values. So this is a fact that we stand by our customers. We enjoy the journey to our success, and we deeply care of our work. We understand the value of money, and we always have a plan. The plan today is exactly the one over here to present our position sensors portfolio with a huge focus into the encoder products. And as well, that presentation will cover mainly application perspective and as well what are the main benefits for our customers that they can get using our products. Position sensors, as part of our Melexis portfolio, we split in two. On the left side is the position sensor, on the right side is the motor applications. So you can see here we have a broad portfolio even in the position sensors only. So performance sensing, mainstream sensing, value optimized sensing, encoders on the right side, resolvers, latch and switches. All of those products are based on magnetic and inductive technology, so we can provide both solutions. Let's start from the high-speed encoder, Melexis 90382. On the right corner, we have one of the markets that we target. So this is the so-called weaving machines. Why we target this market? Because we believe that we can provide and we can allow these machines to go to higher machine speeds. Our sensors can operate up to 200K RPMs with a zero delay, zero latency. It can improve the finest quality with the best-in-class accuracy. And as well, it can enable a cost reduction of the system because it can be positioned on-axis and off-axis applications. Another application that we target is the sewing machines. Similar benefits we provide for the sewing machines as well to the weaving one. Again, we can go very small in a package size. We can position the sensor on axis, off axis, and this gives a little bit more flexibility to our customers to make their sensors in the end or their products smaller. With this product, we, in general, also target industrial applications. So in industrial application, we already have broad many type of different motors that we can sense. For example, any servo motor or BODC motors, or maybe general position encoders, as well industrial motors, moving water, for example, from one location to another. And also robotics. As part of the robotics, we target cobot joints, exoskeleton joints, and humanoid joints. So on that side here, this is just an example and a visualization of our sensor in a QFN package being on axis, end of shaft. And the main target for this product as part of the robotic joint is on the input side of the robotic joint. On the motor side commutation, where usually you have to want higher speeds and high accuracy. What else do we target with this product? Alternative mobility. If you remember, that was one of our main pillars in the first slides. Two-wheeler applications, like monitoring the hub or the mid motors for electrical motorcycles, electrical bicycles, as well drones. Direct benefits out of here is that we can provide high-speed operation for those applications. We can provide accurate absolute positions thanks to the on-chip signal processing. And we can also enable as well for these applications cost reduction. With this nice animated visualization here, we try to present indeed all possible ways that you can assemble the chip versus the magnet. And if we go now over the features, you can see that we again start with the high-speed capability of this product, that it can track up to 200,000 RPMs. Also, it has an onboard latency compensation. So we can do with this sensor an offset compensation. This is what I'm going to explain now, in fact, how we do that. So we do an offset compensation. We can also calculate an angle, and we do that with a tracking loop. This tracking loop calculates the position, calculates the acceleration, and the speed. With all of this information, we can perform propagation delay compensation. And as well, we can compensate for acceleration effects. And this is how we can achieve such kind of a latency in the range of zero latency. But okay, it's below 300 nanoseconds, but this is neglectable. And we call it zero latency. This device also provides different modes, stray field robust modes, and we call it Triaxis mode. With the stray field robust, so you can feel protected from stray fields that are trying to interfere the signal of the sensor. And with the Triaxis mode, you don't have the stray field, but then you can position the sensor in a very flexible way. So this gives the capability to be on axis, off axis, as customer prefers. Another unique feature of this device is the 16-point linearization. So with this feature, you can try further to remove some misalignment, some impurities of the system, like mechanical impurities, or some impurities of the magnet, again mechanical. So with this 16-point linearization, you can remove and compensate such things. And as well, you can adjust the zero angle. So the sensor can provide also absolute and incremental digital signals. So we can provide SPI, SSI, ABI, differential UVW, and PWM. This sensor can go also with 3.3 voltage supply and 5 voltage. It can also provide ZIL2, safety compliant product. And you can see on the screen can go on a broad range of temperature, application temperature from -40 to 150 degrees. The next one from the family of our encoder family is the high-resolution magnetic encoder, 90384. What kind of applications do we target with this one? So this one already, it's very specific product for robotic applications, for robotic joints. While the 382 was really more into motor commutation applications, so almost every motor can be used. Here with this product, 90384, we really target robotic joint applications. So you can see we start from cobots, then guided vehicles, autonomous vehicles, serviceable robots, humanoid robots in the future. So this is a very fancy topic today as well, and exoskeletons. How exactly we fit today in the market? So on one side, on the left side, we have the Triaxis technology. So our this is our own patented technology that can provide an accuracy in the range of 4.7 degree and then a resolution up to 13 bits. This is for example, the Melexis 9382. But then on the other hand, we have this kind of a complex magnet with many pole pairs and much more resolution as well, indeed. More than 18, more into the range to 20 resolution, 21, 22, and much more accurate, of course. And we realized that there is a big gap in between, and this is what we try to do with this product, with this IC. So to fill this gap in between, and we call it ArcMin-Axis technology range. Why ArcMin-Axis? Because this is a combination of our 3-axis technology with a multi-pole magnet. So this is a non-use magnet based on the Vernier principle. So we can indeed provide a high-performing system in the range of the ArcMinute, and this is why we call it ArcMin-Axis. This one, Melexis 9384, can provide an accuracy in the range of 30 bits or 0.04 degree and resolution up to 18. So already from this screen you can see that we really try to fit this gap, this sweet spot in the middle, which is today missing. How do we do exactly the magic? And this is what I'm going to explain on that slide. So again, this complex system, which is currently on the market, it has many and small pole pairs. Why this is important to be mentioned? Because you see the sensor underneath. So the sensor also must match, in fact, the pole pitch of the magnet. And this is causing troubles at customers building these robotic joints, causing trouble because the integration of this kind of encoders, it's really not so easy. And customers are saying, in fact, that it's hard. We have an advantage here with our system, because based on our 3-axis technology, you can already see the difference into the sensing spots. So with one sensing spot based on our 3-axis technology, we can sense the axial and the tangential magnetic fields. We have one spot for the master track and one spot for the non-use track. In that way, our sensor is pitch independent. So we provide, with this kind of a technology, large pole pairs. When the pole pairs are larger, also the magnetic field is larger. And thanks to this, we can also provide large air gaps and much more mechanical tolerances for the sensor assembly, meaning assembly in between the IC versus the magnet. Direct benefits from the Melexis 9384. This is what I hope you managed to understand. So we simplify the encoder integration. We provide extra large tolerances in placement, plus minus 0.5 millimeter, so in any direction. One IC fits all magnet dimensions. This is thanks to the pitch independency of the technology. large air gaps. For example, we can go to 1.5 millimeter nominal value. Of course, we can even go a little bit higher, but this we give as a nominal. All of those features, they as well, and technology that we provide as well allows for magnet cost reduction. So we have less pole pairs, and providing this kind of a magnet is for sure not so complex like the examples we already have there in the market. What do we offer? So it's a kit. We call it a kit offering. So here we provide the chip, we provide a magnet, and then a software. Why do you need the software? In fact, is to calculate the angle from the chip, and to you can make your own compensations together with the software. But this software we provide today for STM32 microcontroller. But in future, very near future, we're going to provide this in a library mode, so to be available for any ARM microcontroller. The first magnet you see on the screen, the top one, it's a combination of two ring sets. So this gives them more flexibility to the customers, so they can take these two rings and then they can attach the two rings to any kind of a supporting plate that they can make themselves, so it can fit their robotic joint design. While the one in the middle and the one on the bottom side, they are already outside of the box. So this one here, it's for small size of the shaft, so in the range of 6 millimeter internal diameter shaft, while this one is more for hollow shaft applications in the range of 28 millimeter internal diameter, where customers, they can position the cable harness inside this hollow shaft. So again, one kit will provide everything. Why usually Melexis is only an IC supplier. So here we have a new system, a new strategy to offer to our customers. The last one from this high resolution position sensor of encoders is the Melexis 90520. So this is already an inductive technology, so different from the first two. The first two, they were magnetic. This one is inductive. So with this one, you can see that we can also go from small down to 20 millimeters to large up to 200 millimeter diameters for true shaft sensors. Here we provide the chip. So customers, they have to make the code design by themselves, but we can support this effort at the customer side. We also can provide over My Melexis, so this is a tool in our melexis.com site. We can provide an access to a simulation design tool, so customers can do the simulations themselves with our own tool, and this comes for free. So this is as well, next to the unique selling points of this product, is our own simulation tool. This product is as well based on the Vernier principle. So we have two sets of coils, similar principle like the previous one, but inductive. It can go up to 22 bits of resolution. Again, large air gaps, easy to integrate, so scalable and flexible designs. Yes, this one, it's a digital encoder. It's a digital product, provides SPI and SSI interfaces, while with the previous one, we only stick to the SPI. So robust mechanical tolerances, stray field immunity, of course, but this is in the nature of the inductive technology. Easy to calibrate, so you don't need an error reference encoder. You can also make a thin assembly, a sensor assembly, so lower than 3 millimeters. And from an operating temperature perspective, so customers can go from minus 40 degree to 125 degree. So this sensor you're not going to find in our website. It's very new. We are going to launch as well soon. But if you want to have more details, please contact me. And we will provide, of course, as well support next to the information. If I now want to put all of this in one page to summarize as a solution for our robotics, because with the last two products we enter into the robotic world, and this is what I want to do, to put all of the three products in one page. As a summary, so we have Melexis 9382 high-speed motor position sensor based on the whole technology for the input side of the robotic joint, motor position, up to 14-bit resolution, 0 latency. Then on the gear side, output side of the joint, Melexis 90384, high-resolution position sensor up to 18-bit resolution. Again, we provide here the chip, the magnet, and the software. And then if customers want to go for more resolution or maybe bigger diameters, then the magnetic can accommodate. Like larger up to 200 millimeters, then it's the inductive is the solution. This one again can provide up to 22 bits resolution. This was my presentation. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening and watching afterwards the video. Again, my details are on the screen if you'd like to contact me and to receive more information. I'm together today with Dikov West. Dikov is one of our distributors. They're located very close. The bootcamp is very close to this stage here. And you can see it's 355. So if you want to see and experience live demonstrators of those products, please come and visit us. We still have some time. So it's our last day today. So please come and see. Thank you very much again for your time and that you were listening to me. Thank you.